and welcome back to Art Therapy with Jen. Today I'm going to be working in my Ideas Art Journal on a One Magazine challenge page. And the magazine that I'm going to be using today is the Hour magazine, which I believe is like a magazine for Detroit to talk about like city news and businesses and things like that. This is my first time using this magazine, so I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. And to start off, I'm going through all the pages that I saved and picking out ones that have background elements that I might want to use, and then just flipping back through the remaining magazine to also see if maybe there's something that catches my eye this time. And then I went through and I just ripped out the elements that I thought I might use, and then I group them together however my brain feels like they should be grouped around the page so that I can just grab, glue, and stick and go and just have fun and just build up the background on this page. I love this part. And I don't know what I was watching as I was doing this page. I may have been listening to some like techno wave or synth wave or something like that, or it's untelling, but I was having fun with it. Oh, and if you want to see the actual harvest of the magazine where I flip through it the first time and pull out pages and just chat and go on, I do have a video of that, and I will link that in an iCard as well as down below if you just want to check it out, or it's just a few videos, maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. It's the last magazine harvest before this video, so on the channel. But I'm just going around and gluing. I like to start with the background. And this particular issue, it was kind of like a like business issue, I guess, showcasing all these businesses. And it coming into spring, we had all these like wedding businesses, like catering, floral, all these wonderful things and all these beautiful like wedding setups. So I found all these fun like pale pinks and rich greens and champagne-y colors, and I was living for it. It was giving me some spring feminine color palette. I love it. And just those whites, and then we have just out of left field some cocoa and bonbons there, because why not? I like me a hot beverage. Tea today, but anyway. And I just have fun with it. I don't worry about what's actually on the image or which way it's turned or if the edges are ripped or cut or just however. I just hold them up to the page, and if they feel like they fit, then they fit. It kind of snaps. I'm like, yes. I will say most of the time. Sometimes I just glue it down and hope for the best, because if I'm having like decision fatigue, or I just don't feel like I want to commit to it, I just glue it down, because worst case, I can just glue something over it, right? It ain't that deep. And then the image I'm putting down now, this is going to become like the focal point. It's this place setting, and there's this little label there on the table that says Table 13. So this is going to be all about the story behind Table 13. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a fancy name for that little table label, but I couldn't tell you. Alrighty, and let's take a close-up look at the background. I just love it. I love those colors. Very appropriate for this time of year. I love some pink. What can I say? It's stereotypical, but I just love something pretty and pink. Like it. Floral, yes, let's go. And now, just like I did with the background, I'm going through and I'm finding any like people or focal images that I think I might want to use. And then I'm just ripping away all the noise or the excess parts from the page that I wouldn't be using for this step. And then just like with the background, I put them all around the page and I just hold them up and I'm like, are you in this story? Are you in this story? Or how about you? And if you are, where do you fit on this page? And I just try it out until I get something that I'm happy with. And I was kind of going with, so we started with that Table 13, and now I want to show the people who put in the work to make Table 13 happen. So behind the scenes, because these big extravagant events, there's so many people working behind the scenes to make that happen and using their own genius and creativity for that. So in the top left, I have the lady that has the beautiful dress on. Down to the bottom left, have this guy here. He's like the event planner in my mind. And then to the top right, have this lady that has just this awesome Carhartt apron on. She is the caterer. And then down to the bottom right, we have the florist. And guess I'm taking a drink of my tea, and then we'll take a closer up look here. It's always time to take a drink of the tea, right? So we have the 4 people that put a lot into making table 13 happen. And then before we got to words, I was like, you know what? I just need to take my Sharpie and just color in the spine here. It's a thing here lately. I just have to color on it. I don't know. Just go with it. Indulge me, y'all. I just like the way it looked with the spine colored in. So now I've gone through the magazine, just like with the other steps, and I've gone ahead and cut out any words that I think I might use this for this page or for any project. So I go through, and I'm not just finding images and words and background things that I'm going to use for this project. I also go ahead and harvest for words that I might use just whenever. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1, right? So I'm going through all the words. I picked out the ones that are going to tell our story. So first here it says, let us show your story. How appropriate. Yes. And then the next that's going on our event planner extraordinaire down there, it says, let us design your dream. So I just love it. There's just so many people and so much work that goes into bringing a concept into reality. And then I'm going to Frankenstein 2 phrases together. It says specialist behind the scenes. I think sometimes like people just focus on events and the end product and don't realize just how much heart and how much work really goes into things. And then we're going to have bloom there. And then toward the bottom, we have great plan. And also just in my head, this was a collaborative effort. So just being able to take all these ideas and putting them together to make the epicness that was table 13. So we have their great plan there that came together. Did y'all ever watch those like reality shows behind the weddings and stuff? And everybody's just running around frantic, but then it just looks genius, you know? And then I brought my Sharpie back out, and I'm just going to go around and do outlines on the words and kind of overdraw it a little bit so it doesn't look so neat, which I don't know if I could draw neat to save my life, but and just go around and do that. And I'm not really going to add too much more to this page, honestly. I know I usually go in and I add paint and pastels and goodness knows what else and white out and go on, but we're just going to finish it off. I'm going to take a white gel pen and I'm going to circle around that little table 13 placard there and do the thing where I don't wait for it to fully dry and I kind of pat it so it gives it kind of this glowing, cloudy, misty, smoky, whatever you want to call it, effect to where it kind of highlights it and it stands out from the page, just so it kind of draws the attention to that table 13. So I had a lot of fun with this one, and this is one of the few pages. It seems like here lately I never know where it's going to go, but I just love having this concept to show like what went behind everything and all the people that put their work into it. So thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a good one, and I will see y'all in the next art video. Bye guys.